Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share my February book haul. Most of the books that I got this month were from my friends and patrons who came to my slumber party that I did over on my Patreon. If you want to have fun events like this with me and my thriving bookish community, definitely check out the link for Patreon in the show notes. But I do have some other books here as well, some that I bought myself, some that I got from book boxes. Let's go ahead and jump into the books. Let's start with a stack that I have received from book box subscriptions. I do work with Aardvark Book Club on my podcast, so I did receive these books for free, but I do ads on my podcast for them. And then I am also subscribed to Book of the Month, so I have a couple of those books. So 3 books from Aardvark Book Club. The first one being A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. This is a magical realism romance. I don't know too much about it. I did read 7 Days in June by this author, and I've been interested to read something else by this author. This is their new release, obviously, and I just can't wait to get to it. Also, I just think this cover is absolutely stunning and perfect time for Black History Month for this to release. One florist, one pianist, one love story, 100 years in the making. I also decided to give Valley Verified by Kyla Zhao a chance. Love this cover. This is about a fashion writer who dives headfirst into the cutthroat world of Silicon Valley in the tech world. And let's see, her future threatens to unravel. So that's all I really know. Never read anything by this author. I know it goes from like New York City to Silicon Valley, so I'll give this one a go. And then I also picked The Clinic by Kate Quinn, which I already received for my birthday, but I went ahead and picked this up so I could do a giveaway over on my Patreon, which I did. And then that winner did a giveaway, so I will be actually sending this out today or tomorrow to their winner. But this is the Sleep When I'm Dead pick for the month of February. It is about a sister who goes into the clinic to find out what happened to her sister while she was being treated there. And then moving on to my Book of the Month picks, I chose Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I love this cover, and it does have a trope that I've never read from before, a surprise pregnancy. And it says it leads to even more life-changing revelations in this heartfelt, slow burn friends to lovers romance. And I have also heard that there is quite a bit of infertility talk in here, so I'm interested how I'm going to feel about that, because as you guys know, I am infertile. And then I also picked Kristen Hanna's newest release, The Women, and I am really excited to get to this because I have heard nothing but great things, and I have read a few other books by this author and really enjoyed them. So I'm not only interested to see what I think about this one, but where it falls amongst the other books that I have read by this author. All right, let's talk about some other books that I bought myself. I got the 5th volume in the Sunny graphic novel series. This is a middle grade graphic novel series. I love the art. I love the characters. They have kind of become like a family because I followed them through the different seasons, and I know the ins and outs of like the mom and dad and the grandfather and her brother and her friends and stuff like that. But this is just her navigating middle school, and in this one they started debate club. I also like that it was based on Jennifer's own life and her own start of a debate club, so they always pull from real life, their real lives, and I love that so much. I've already read this one, so I also picked up Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I'm going to be doing a buddy read with my patrons in March. We read And Then There Were None in January together, and that went over really well. It was connected with this like team reading challenge or readathon that we did all month long, and it was so much fun. But this time we were like, okay, so Keisha mentioned wanting to read another Agatha Christie, and we were debating on Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. And I'll probably end up reading both at some point, but we decided to go ahead and read this one. And then when we mentioned that in my Patreon, they were like, we want to participate too. So we're all going to be buddy reading this one in March, like I said. I also picked up With Love from Cold World, and this is the same author of Love in the Time of Serial Killers, Alicia Thomas. This one takes place in Florida, and they work at this tourist destination. It's always a winter wonderland, and it is a romance, as if you could not tell. And then I actually really wanted this book because I thought it would be fun to like make some recipes out of here and stuff like that. I actually got 2 cookbooks this month, but the one that I bought myself is Recipes for Murder, 66 Dishes That Celebrate the Mysteries of Agatha Christie by Karen Pierce. And it is just recipes, drink and dine with recipes inspired by like the novelist. No pictures, just the recipes, but I thought it might be fun to recreate some of these recipes. Some of them are meat-based, and as you guys know, I do not eat meat, so I will not be making those, but I also thought this would just be really fun to have as part of my collection, especially if I'm starting to read a little bit more of Agatha Christie. And then I took myself out on Valentine's Day and went to Barnes & Noble and bought a copy of Hannah Tate, Beyond Repair by Laura Piper Lee. And I just told you what this was about, but basically it's about this new mom that repairs her broken dreams in a hilarious rom-com that sparkles with intelligence, wit, and compassion. Not only does River respect Hannah's business acumen, but he looks at her like she's a woman, not a hot mess, and Hannah can't deny that River awakens something new inside of her. Okay, so the rest of the books I actually received from my birthday, from my friends and patrons. It's quite a stack. Starting with The Clinic by Kate Quinn. I received this from Jessie from Reading with Jess. I did receive this like as an early birthday present from her, and I just really appreciated it. I have already read it, and I can't wait for the discussion coming up on her channel very soon. Penguin Random House sent me a copy of Emma by Jane Austen. This is part of their new Jane Austen collection for the Puffin and Bloom collection. I do have some of the other ones. I have, let's see, Little Women and Anne of Green Gables and Little Princess. Now she has done some Jane Austen ones, and I think they're so pretty, and they actually released 3 of them, and I talked about them over on my podcast Instagram, and they sent me this one to like show some better pictures and stuff like that. The beautiful end papers. I just love the little bow motif and the strawberries. It's just so pretty, and I've never read this one before, so that might be coming soon as well. On my actual birthday, Melissa did send me something that I opened up on my slumber party like live stream and stuff, but on my birthday, my actual birthday, I received a brand new release, The Catch by Amy Lee, which is the same author of Set on You and X's and O's. That's the first and second book, and this is the third. It's a companion series, so you don't need to read them in any type of order. You can just pick up whichever ones you're interested in. This one says, a grumpy lobster fisherman tosses a fashion influencer's impeccably curated life overboard in this charming romantic comedy. I really have enjoyed the first and second books. I would say the first one so far is my favorite, so I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes. All right, Keisha actually got me a lot of stuff. She got me this like Lego owl thing. She pre-ordered me a special edition of my favorite book, and when I receive that, you'll be the first to know. But she also sent me some graphic novels because Let's Get Graphic is coming up, so she sent me some of her favorites, her recent favorites. Ghost Roast by Chanel Gibbs and Shawnee Gibbs and Emily Canyon. It says, do you fit in when your dad is a ghost hunter and you're starting to see spirits too? The coloring is really beautiful, and I'm actually hoping to read this one this month. Lots of people of color in here, so yeah, I want to read this in February. And then she also sent me probably her newest favorite, Misfit Mansion by 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂𝒔. And I know she has raved about this one so much. It says, despite her monstrous appearance, Iris has never felt like she belongs in a mansion filled with kelpies and gorgons and unicorns. And she longs to find herself a family. So I will definitely be reading this for Let's Get Graphic. And then also another patron of mine, Kayla, also sent me 2 graphic novels. So they were kind of on the same page. I got Blackwater It's a haunted town, and it says Tony Price is a popular high school track star and occasional delinquent, aching for his dad's attention and approval. And then we have Eli, a quiet boy with a chronic autoimmune disorder that has ravaged his health and social life. And I'm just really looking forward to it. I think she said this is one of her favorites. I also like that it has like a different kind of representation in it. And then we have Cody, which just looks so wholesome. It says the story of two friends separated by everything in the world except for love. And I'm also looking forward to reading these during Let's Get Graphic. My friend Angie, I think her channel is Science Mama here on YouTube. She sent me the second and the third book in the Inheritance Game series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She knows how much that I loved The Naturals, and I plan to dive into the series next. So she sent me this, so I at least have the original trilogy ready to go. Cannot wait to start reading those. I hope I am as obsessed with that series as I was with The Naturals. My friend Lena from Lena's Bookshelf sent me Hemlock by Kirsten Modulin. This is more romance heavy than thriller heavy, but it does have a little bit of a mysterious element. This is probably one of my all-time favorite covers because of like the white flowers and the pink font. So very excited to have this one. I know Jessie has read it. I know Elena has read it, and they have both enjoyed it. So I hope I enjoy it too. This is the other book that Melissa sent me, Keep Your Friends Close by Lucinda Berry. It says a mom's night out gone horribly wrong. I have heard from some of my patrons who have read this that it's not like the typical Lucinda Berry. So go in with like a little bit different expectations. So I'm glad I'm set up for success with this one. Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent, and I've heard nothing but great things about this, and she said that she hopes I love Sally as much as she does. And let's see. For Sally Diamond, people are confusing, unpredictable, and hard to read. She has always preferred routines to spontaneity, silence to noise, and forthright communication to small talk. Adopted at the age of 7 by a psychiatrist, she can't remember any details of her childhood before that age. Now 43, Sally finds herself coming into sharp focus, the truth coming into sharp focus when her past becomes headline news. She endured something unthinkable as a child, and now the entire world knows exactly who she is and was. Sandra so kindly sent me Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. I have been hearing such good things about this one. I think it's really going to work for me because I do like true crime. I do like stories like this, and I heard that it handles the topic very well. I've never read anything by Jessica Knoll before, but I know she wrote Luckiest Girl Alive, and I have not read the book, but I did watch the adaptation with my patrons, and I overall enjoyed the adaptation. So I'm looking forward to actually reading one of her books now. And I've heard this is quite a departure, but she still kind of deals with like dark themes and topics. So yeah, looking forward to this one. And then my friend Faith sent me The Secret Garden. This is like a special edition of it. It has a whole bunch of like inserts and stuff like that. It's hard to show, but here's what the end pages look like. And then it's like fully illustrated. It has the cutest little mini illustrations, full page illustrations. Like, look at that. So beautiful. But then as you're reading, it has like, here's a little doorway, and you open it up. And I think this is like a full map. Of the grounds and the garden and all of that. So it has lots of fun inserts throughout the book that just make the story come alive as you're reading. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is like a little bird, like a little, you know, you flip and there's the key. So very cool things in this, and it's just such a nice addition to add to my collection. The Secret Garden is probably my favorite classic. I don't think I've had any classics that have topped it. And then last but not least, I did promise you a second cookbook. My friend Patty sent me The Weekend Vegetarians by Jenny Rosenstrach. And I'm really looking forward to this. You guys know I'm vegetarian. It has lots of good recipes in here with lots of colorful illustrations inside. Here's one for a mushroom leek dish right here. And I am definitely looking forward to making some of the recipes in here and possibly sharing those over on my Patreon. So if you're interested in seeing me cook some of these recipes, definitely consider becoming a patron. But that is the end of my February book haul. I do know that a couple more of my friends have said that they have packages coming to me, but I haven't received them yet, and I needed to get this video out. So if I receive any other books, I just want to say thank you ahead of schedule, and then I will share them in my next book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night. If you made it this far in the video, leave the cupcake emoji down in the comment section down below to let me know you watched the entire video, and if you don't know anything else to say. But yeah, I'll see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye friends.